Hi viewers, welcome to SS Academy channel. Today I am going to discuss about some important formulas on electrostatistics in 12th Physics Volume 1 Unit 1. Okay, let us begin. Before solving questions of electrostatistics, first you should be comfortable with the concepts which you have read in gravitation. Because of the similarity, it is very important for you to have good hold in gravitational concepts. In this chapter, most of the problems will ask you to calculate the electric field or electric potential. So practice more on these concepts. Also, in some problems, you might find the use of mechanics concepts. So keep revising the mechanics part as well. This chapter is more of a concepts based rather than the memory based. So practice is the key here and formulas. Let us discuss the formula. The fundamental unit of electric charge E is the charge carried by the electron and its unit is coulomb. E has the magnitude 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. So quantity can take only one of the discrete set of values. The charge Q is equal to NE, where N is an integer. The next Coulomb's law. Here F vector 21 is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. Q1, Q2 divided by R squared or cap 12. Then F vector 21 is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. Q1, Q2 divided by R squared or cap 12. So what is the difference between epsilon naught and epsilon mean? Epsilon naught is the permittivity of free space. Epsilon is the permittivity. Okay, so it's a epsilon naught value is very important. 8.85 into 10 to the power of minus 12 c power 2 n power minus 1 m to the power of minus 2. Then electric potential difference. Let the small distance between A and B be dx. Work done in moving a unit positive charge from A to B is dV is equal to E dot dx. The work has to be done against the force of repulsion in moving a unit positive charge towards the charge Q. So dV is equal to minus E dot dx. So therefore E is equal to minus dV by dx. The next Gauss theorem. Pi of E is equal to integral the closed surface of integral E vector dot dA vector is equal to Q inside by epsilon naught. This closed imaginary surface is called Gaussian surface. The law states that the total flux of the electric field E over any closed surface is equal to 1 divided by epsilon naught times the net charge enclosed by the surface. The next, torque on a dipole in uniform electric field. A dipole in the electric field experiences a torque tau vector is equal to P vector into E vector, which tends to align the dipole in the field direction, dissipating its potential energy in the form of heat to the surroundings. So tau is called the magnitude of torque. So P is dipole moment, E is called electric field. The next potential difference V is equal to work done by charge. Capacitor in series. So when a number of capacitors are connected in series, the reciprocal of the effective capacitance is equal to the sum of reciprocal of the capacitance of the individual capacitors. So 1 by Cs is equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3. The next capacitor in parallel. The effective capacitance of the capacitors connected in parallel is the sum of the capacitance of the individual capacitors. So C parallel is equal to C1 plus C2 plus etc. Cn. Next, the capacitance of air-filled capacitor. In capacitors, the region between the two plates is filled with dielectric like mica or oil. The capacitor is directly proportional to the area A of the plates and inversely proportional to their distance of separation d. So what is the capacitance formula? So C is equal to epsilon naught A divided by D. The next, potential energy of dipole U is equal to minus P vector dot E vector. P is the potential dipole, E is the electric field. The next, electric field. By the application of Gauss law, the electric field at a point between the two plates is E is equal to sigma divided by epsilon naught. Okay, so the next, the relation between electric field and potential. Electric field E is equal to V, potential difference divided by the distance. The next, the potential difference V is equal to E D. Next, electric potential due to a point charge. Vp is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught Q divided by R. We know the value of epsilon naught is the free space of permittivity. Q is the charge, R is the distance. The next is the electric field due to a short dipole at equatorial point. E is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught P divided by R cube. Then next is the gravitational force. So Fg is equal to capital G m1 m2 divided by R square, where Fg is the force, G is the gravitational constant, m1 and m2 are the masses of the objects, R is the distance between the centers of the objects. Okay, hope you understand. Some tips for electrostatistics. Don't just memorize formulas of electric field and potential of different objects. First prove them by yourself with the help of derivations and then memorize. Keep in mind the units and dimensional formula of various entities, because sometimes questions are directly asked to convert one entity to another. The next, use of vectors is very necessary. Sometimes questions are directly asked about the direction of electric field or force, etc. Don't get confused over parallel and series combination of capacitors. Always remember the formula for calculating equivalent capacitance in both these arrangements. Give topic wise practice, and then next, so before solving a question, first of all look at what quantities are given and then think of a strategy to solve the questions. Thank you. All the best.